Jack Ebling here with Dan Kilbridge in Breslin Center, a combination press coverage, full court press for SpartanTailgate.com. We heard Mark Dantonio talk about the tie, the three-way tie, and what happens now, and how he wished that Michigan State would get a little bit more consideration in this. It's as if people are saying that it's Wisconsin or Ohio State and not Michigan State, but under some past tie-breaking formulas, Michigan State would be the team that would go to Pasadena, and now they're lobbying to try to turn the Sugar Bowl or the Orange Bowl in Michigan State's direction.
Yeah, and I think, he has a point there, and that's not to say that Michigan State should definitely go to a BCS Bowl or that they are certainly better than Ohio State or Wisconsin. I just think there does need to be a discussion there. They have a case. I think they have a good case, and I think it's one that needs to be heard, and I think that it will be heard, and that's kind of the thing where, it looks not very good right now. We were discussing yesterday what chance Michigan State has to not go to a BCS, but we were saying probably 95% we thought they would end up in Orlando for the Capital One Bowl. But, right now just got to focus on other things and kind of get ready for this bowl game wherever it may be.
Very interesting scenarios on how it will play out. Nonetheless, Michigan State is a Big Ten champion for the first time since 1990 and has 11 wins for the first time. It also has a 7-1 record against bowl-eligible teams, which is the best of those three. 6-1 for Ohio State, just 4-1 for Wisconsin, and also has a tougher schedule. Strength of schedule numbers work in Michigan State's favor, as does their only head-to-head meeting. They're the only team that does not have a loss to one of the other teams involved in this. So a lot of things would have worked in Michigan State's favor, and if it had been a couple years ago when they had the system that the team that hadn't been to the Rose Bowl the longest, that would also have put Michigan State in Pasadena. But right now, Michigan State going to have to look at this from a different perspective and try to make the most of an opportunity, probably against LSU in the Capital One Bowl, but a lot is yet to be determined there as well. And who knows what happens if South Carolina beats Auburn? Maybe that throws everything up in the air again. Michigan State basketball also on the front burner this week, and you heard Tom Izzo talk about the Spartans' challenge against Duke.
Yeah, it's a good one, and he says Duke is without question the best team in the country, and that's not just coaches speak. He will give you an honest opinion, thinks they're better than they were last year, even when they won the national championship, so that tells you all you need to know about how talented they are. Really likes Kyrie Irving at the guard, really shooting very well right now, probably going to give the Spartans a lot of problems, and this is really a tough road environment that they haven't played in yet this year, so a lot of things coming into play in this one as far as making it a great challenge for the Spartans. I think Izzo's really anxious to see how his team responds.
It'll be a tough one. Michigan State and Duke could be a national championship game preview. At least that's the way it was projected before the season. Jack Ebling here with Dan Kilbridge from Breslin Center. We'll be back later this week with our special Big Ten All-Conference Football Show for SpartanTailgate.com.